Right, good evening and welcome again to Rhyl Online on a Friday night. And it's your young, handsome, congenial host with you yet again, bringing a little bit of sunshine into your drab lives.
Who's looking for
And, right, last week at the end of the night, our committee chairman decided he would have homework for this week. So half the people here won't have got that. But the drift was, if you can do a song with colour in it somewhere, maybe just one word, that's all that's required. But if you haven't got anything prepared for that, it really doesn't matter. So, right. This one's got white and it's got black, although technically black is the absence of colour. And it's got red, but not red as you know it, Jim. This has got Gaelic red in the form of Niam Rua, which is the red-haired girl, as many of you know, because you've heard it before. A song about a bloke going home after work across Loch Tay, and his young lady has dumped him, probably by text. When I've done my work of day and I row my boat away across the waters of Loch Tay, as the evening light is fading and I look towards Ben Lawes, where the afterglory glows, and I think on two bright eyes and a merry mouth below. She's my beauteous Niamh, she's my joy and sorrow too. Though she is untrue, I cannot live without her, for my heart's a boat in tow, and I'd give the world to know why she means to let me go, as I sing hurry ho. Has more glamour, I declare, than all the tresses rare between Killin and Aberfeldy, be they lint, white, brown or gold, be they blacker than the sloe, they mean nothing more to me than the melting flake of snow. Her eyes are like the gleam of sunlight o'er the stream, the song the angels sing, like the song she sings at milking. But my heart is full of woe, for last night she bade me go. Now the tears begin to flow as I sing hurry ho. The Loch Tay boat song.
Lovely.
Good job.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Hey, I hate to tell you, John, that I've got a favourite song of yours, but that's the one for me. My favourite song that you sing. But I don't want to make you big-headed or anything, you see.
Right, shut up. Okay, we have got Jeff Durno with his nice carbon fibre guitar.
Well, how strange, because you say that the chairman's theme was colour, and this song has got one word in it called sunshine. And what colour is sunshine? Golden. So I think that just fits in nicely, don't you? Written by Tom Paxton in collaboration with Bruce Woodley from the original Seekers. Clatter of the milkman at my doorstep, bustle my neighbour out to tea. In all this world no one so glad to see the sun as me. Angeline is always Friday, Angeline is spring forever. Winter Angeline could never be. Mr. Wilson is old and smiling, and he lifts his hat as she is passing. He's bowing her politely on to me. And the week has gone, it's lonely way I've waited for my only day, away from shadows, in the sunlight I can tell her I love you, Angeline. And the week has gone, it's lonely way. Well, I've waited for my only day, away from shadow, in the sunlight I can tell her I love you, Angeline. Angeline is always Friday, suitcase on the rack above. Oh, I've done that. Angeline is always Friday. Sorry, folks. Angeline is always Friday. I've forgotten it. Sorry. Angeline's always Friday, and spread suitcase on the rack above. She hasn't even read her magazine. Angeline, she's counting stations to the one where I am standing, waiting for my only Angeline. And the week has gone, it's lonely way. Well, I've waited for my only day, away from shadows, in the sunlight I can tell her I love you, Angeline.
nice.
Tom Paxton, did you say, Jeff?
Tom Paxton wrote it in collaboration with Bruce Woodley.
Very nice. Oh, from the Seekers. Yeah, you did say
from
that.
the
Yeah,
Seekers.
Weren't you paying attention, Joe?
Well, I didn't have any beer, so I had to go and get some beer from the kitchen, and I brought the wrong bottle, and it's awful. There we are.
Sorry about that, folks. I went to sleep in the middle. That's the trouble.
Right, we were due to have Mike on next, but seeing
He's here. He's here. Oh, yeah.
No, he's saying no, so we'll.
No, I'm not saying no at all.
He's waving his arms.
I lasted the connection lasted half an hour there, so
Oh,
it has a history of once it's done it, you'll keep doing it all night. So
well, you're in
Right.
focus now, anyway.
Okay, you're on then, Mike. In that
Oh,
case, it's you.
That was easy. Just to remind everybody, you've all been here before, I think, haven't you? That if you feel free to unmute yourselves and show your appreciation, and remember
Have
to
you
mute yourselves
Have you
again.
got your blue button back on, Mike? Since you've
No.
only just rejoined.
Good man, John.
well done.
Well, we know he's not the brightest.
Yeah, that's it. You've got to give him a bit of help.
You got me taped.
Yeah, Mike and Ellen are sitting there thinking, "Thank God somebody else is getting some stick tonight."
Okay then, this is a Kate Rusby song. I don't know how we're getting on with the colours. Did you manage to get colours into your song? No, you're muted, John.
Everybody's doing really well with the colours, Mike. I'm sure you're not going to let the side down, are you?
I've managed
had
to
a
fiddle
week.
one into. There weren't any colours in it originally, but I managed
Oh,
to
you could have
fiddle
done
one in.
another song.
You'll be able to. My second song's got loads of colours in. I couldn't do colours.
You won't be getting another one.
Has he frozen, or is it me?
It's froze.
Oh, bless him.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone to find some colours, I think. Right. Alan, can you jump in there?
There we are. Look at that. This is live broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
You're muted, Alan.
Prepared was I? Wasn't expecting. Thought I'd have a bit of a rest. And look, Mike's staring at me, which is really weird. This is a song. Well, it was a poem really, but it's a song of mine. I wrote in the 90s, or when I just before I moved up here actually, and it's about a new day beginning. And the first line is "Red glow the cliffs on high," and when the sun shines on Gribgoch up the valley, the top of Gribgoch and the Snowdon Horseshoe glows red. So it just reminded me of a new day. So it's called New Day. Red glow those cliffs on high, under that clear blue sky, the songbirds sing their morning song so clear. A mist creeps o'er the valley floor, across the water, clear and pure, the good earth stirs, the sound of life begins. A new day is here for all of us to cheer. A new day is here. Familiar sounds in the morning air. Nature wakes without a care. The sun appears and a new day unfolds, drifting gently with the breeze. The river winds beneath the trees. The early mist now disappears with the sun. A new day is here for all of us to cheer. A new day is here. Red glow those cliffs on high, under that clear blue sky. The songbirds sing their morning song so clear. A new day is here for all of us to cheer. A new day is here. Red glow those cliffs on high.
Lovely. A lovely dreamy song.
Well done, Alan.
Smashing.
Oh, that was lovely. I could have been there.
Yeah, yeah.
Except that you've had 89-mile-an-hour winds up in Clwb this week, haven't you?
That's. I mean, they said today or yesterday that it was the highest since last February. A load of rubbish, because back in January you had 102-mile-an-hour winds. So we've had everything today: hail, snow, everything. So.
For those that don't know, Alan lives up in Clwb, which is in the shadow of Snowdon.
Yeah, right on the
The
foot.
road from Snowdon Horseshoe, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm right below, looking out, right below the peak of Mawrth.
Lovely.
Some people are really lucky.
Oh, tell me, I know that. You wait till tomorrow then. Now these restrictions are lifted. The locals from Manchester and Liverpool will be here.
I'm not coming. I'm stopping home, so there.
I tell you what, there will be every time there's a restriction relief here. Boom. So Ogwen Valley and up by me.
I haven't seen my caravan since last March.
Good on you. And most people are like that, but there's always those, isn't there?
There's no
I bet
point
you-
in spoiling one day for everybody, is there? You can have one lovely day and everybody's knackered.
Yeah, I bet
Right.
Pepsi College's crawling with tourists.
No, not at the moment. No, it's
Isn't it?
luckily it's been very quiet the last 2 months. But a lot of traffic about. But I think tomorrow, with the restrictions lifted, I just know it's just going to be full.
Yeah.
I was out in my motorhome today. I went to Llandudno Junction.
Oh, lovely, isn't it?
I got
Is
the
that
M4
long?
to come home again.
Oh, got stopped by the
Didn't
police.
get stopped.
You know how to live, don't you, Gaffer?
Oh, junction in
5-mile radius.
We've got Chris, who was here last week with John, but I think she's done him in. And she's on her own tonight.
Well, if she has,
Yeah.
there's another man walking in behind her before.
Yeah, you noticed him.
Oh,
He's
that's the
studying.
fancy man. Don't mention him.
Oh, sorry.
Is he still here? Right, yeah. I'm singing something from the Johnson Girls, an a cappella group from New York. And it's got a colour in it. So, drink to the laddies in beer or in wine. Drink to the laddies in whiskey so fine. Drink to the laddies in water so clear. Oh, drink to the laddies and wish them good cheer. When they are young, they are handsome and fine. When they grow older, they're just like good wine. When they are ancient and their beards have turned grey, oh, still they'll delight you both night and day. When I was a young girl, my mother she cried, beware of the laddies and all of their lies. Beware of the laddies, don't heed what they say. Still she drank to the laddies to her dying day. Drink to the laddies in beer or in wine. Drink to the laddies in whiskey so fine. Drink to the laddies in water so clear. Oh, drink to the laddies and wish them good cheer. Drink to the laddies, the short or the tall. Drink to the laddies, the great or the small. Drink to the laddies, whether curly or bald. Oh, drink to the laddies, for I love them all. The laddies will charm you, they'll tell you such lies. They'll tell the truth on the day the pig flies. Still they are pleasant and so full of play. So I'll drink to the laddies to my dying day. Drink to the laddies in beer or in wine. Drink to the laddies in whiskey so fine. Drink to the laddies in water so clear. Oh, drink to the laddies and wish them good cheer.
Hey, brilliant, Chris.
Oh, very, very nice.
Must be a song for Boris Johnson.
And it's got the colour grey in it.
They'll tell the truth when pigs fly, but they
Lots of gusto.
Find that one.
Yeah.
Where did you find that one?
Oh, it's the Johnson Girls. Written by Sue West. It's out there on the internet. Yeah.
Nicely done.
The wolf's out. I can hear the wolf.
Yeah,
Helen, when I was listening to Chris, I was thinking, that's the sort of song Helen loves, and you just appeared.
Yeah, I had a bit of stuff on, but I'm really glad that I joined you.
I beg your pardon.
Nicely.
Have you got a job to go to or something today, Helen? Do you have to be off early? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I do, but I just joined you when I can, so.
Right, well, how long have you got?
I've got about half an hour. But don't worry don't push someone else out the way for me. It's all good.
No, got you.
We're just shuffling. We're not
John.
pushing people out of the way, we're shuffling.
Yeah.
Right, how about after Davith, and then we haven't got Izzy and Helen sort of bang up together?
All right.
Yeah, there we are. She's promoted.
And we've got Christine Scaife, who seems to have a beard.
Christine, over here. I'll rename that now.
Yeah, are you doing a song there, Christine?
I'll just listen, if you don't mind, for the time being.
That's absolutely fine, because we've got plenty of bodies here tonight. That's great, but nice of you to join us again. And Dave Heitch has been and buggered off, so we'll contact him later. Okay, we're out. Oh, Davith.
Right, good evening. Right, the first poem I've got tonight, and I won't do the second one unless there's space in the second half, doesn't have a colour in it, but the second one does. This one's got dark in it, and that's the nearest it gets. Now, I won't tell you who wrote it yet, but I'll give you a clue that he was aged 69 and a half when he wrote this. The title is The Lucky Night, Sunday, March the 7th, 2004. Let's say that on that lucky night I found my house in order, and I could slip away unseen, though burning with desire. Escaping down a secret stair, I cross into the forest. The night is dark, but I am safe. My house at last in order. But, luck or not, I do it right, and no one sees me leaving. Hidden, blind, and secret night, my heart the only beacon. But oh, That beacon lights my way more surely than the sun, and she is waiting for me there, of all and all, the only one. And then the night commands me to enter in her side, and be as Adam is to Eve before they need divide. So I can show her what's been kept for her and her alone, a secret place that love had left before the world was born. Her nipples underneath my hand, her fingers in my hair, a forest crying from the dead, and fragrance everywhere. And from the wall a grazing wind, weightless and serene, wounds me as I part her lips, and wounds us in between. And fastened here, surrendered to my lover and my lover, we spread and drown as lilies do, forever and forever.
Oh, that is brilliant.
A family show, you know, David.
Oh, Phil.
Yes, really good.
I thought you were going to shipwreck in her thighs for a minute.
Oh.
I was wondering.
Well, I say. No. Leave that till next week.
I think it would be well cast as Captain Cat, John. In the bookwood. Yeah, I think you'd make a good Captain Cat. So when we do that any time in the future, there we are.
We should
I'd have
definitely do that now,
I'd have to darken these glasses first. Yeah. Any ideas about the poet? I know.
Adrian Mole.
Ted
Hughes,
Hughes,
69 and a half.
not Ted Hughes.
Age 69 and a half on March the 7th, 2004.
Pulls out Heath Wind, doesn't it?
Oh, no, he was a little bit older than that. Unfortunately, he was also an awful lot younger when he
Actually make
died.
it at 69 at all, no.
No, that was Leonard Cohen.
War poets.
Oh, Leonard Cohen.
That was Leonard Cohen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well.
It was lovely, really evocative.
He was writing poetry long before he started putting tunes to them, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He was acknowledged as a poet of his time, and then somebody
Very
said,
much.
"You're not going to make any money as a poet. Put tunes to them, and you'll make a fortune." And so he did. Michael's back with us.
Yep.
You want to try putting Michael on, or Helen's next, and she.
Let's have a look at Helen,
No,
and
it's
then.
all right. You can put,
she
put
is.
Michael on. I don't mind.
No,
It only lasted 5 minutes then, so I don't know how long I've got.
Shut your gob, Helen. Well, no, don't shut your gob. Open your gob.
Okay.
For those
All
who don't know, Helen is over in British Columbia, so it's just past breakfast time probably for her.
It's 12:30 lunchtime, middle of the day.
It's breakfast time for me, that.
Nowadays.
Breakfast time for you.
Yeah.
I'll have some toast
right.
if you're making it, Helen.
What's that?
Said I'll have some toast if you're making it.
Oh well, if I have time for anything to eat, it's all a bit manic at the minute. Middle of the day is difficult, isn't it? You've always got a lot on.
Not real if you're retired and in lockdown.
For those of us who've still got to work for our living and all that, then still got to keep doing it. So
Right, well, come on, Gail.
yeah. So I was gonna sing a Graham Miles song. Are you theming today then with colours? Is that what you're doing?
Well, yes, but it's not essential. You
Well,
do what
this
you want to do.
This song does have reference to colours in it, in relation to the sea. It describes the grimy black foam, which if any of you have ever been swimming in the North Sea, you've probably swam in it, swallowed it, been affected by it.
Leslie grew up next to the North Sea up in Aberdeen, and she reckons it's like the Mediterranean.
Well, I must admit, I grew up next to the North Sea in North Shields off close to Newcastle upon Tyne. And it stood me in a lot of good stead over here where you're swimming in glacial lakes, because I can stand it and most of the Canadians can't unless it's like July. I'm still swimming in them in October and it's not as cold as the North Sea. So toughens you up, that does. Anyway, I'm going to sing Cold February, otherwise known as the Laird'sfield Disaster. Cold February and all is not well. There's few will sleep easy this night. Down by the dockside, grim silent men standing under the pale yellow light. There's barely a murmur of laughter, there's none of whispering, there's barely a sound, for their thoughts are away, way down in the bay, where it's said that the Laird'sfield is down. Bleak February, a cruel bitter wind whips up the grimy black foam. Out there on the sea is no place to be, far better by the fireside and warm. But not for the sailor, the soft easy chair, he's out there earning his bread. But tonight there are 10 who'll work never again, counted among the drowned dead. Dark February, a few flakes of snow drift over bowed heads on the spray. By the breakwater side and along by the Gar, they wait for the first streaks of day. And over the sand dunes and over the bar, see a few feet of keel, nothing more. Held fast in the sand with all of her hands, barely 2 miles from the shore. Sad February, and all is not well. There's few will sleep easy this night. Down by the dockside, grim silent men standing under the pale yellow light. For down there at Teesmouth, the Laird'sfield is drowned, and with her every man of her crew. 10 men who'll not see the springtime again, nor e'er see the cold winter through. And that's it. That's the Laird'sfield.
I was just waiting in case you stuck another verse on there.
No, that's it. Four is all I can manage these days at lunchtime.
Yeah, lovely, Helen, and thanks for making the time to join us again.
Yeah,
We've had a while.
We've had sensitive John Shepherd, we've had gusto, and now we've got plaintive from Helen. That was a lovely, lovely singing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Plaintive. Ooh.
Right, okay. Oh, Mike's gone again.
Oh.
He was there with his guitar around his neck, and it's just disappeared.
He's probably going to have to save up for a new laptop, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, I think we perhaps better forget Mike tonight. Okay, John, it looks like it's you a bit earlier than you thought.
Yes, definitely. Well, there we are. Okay. I know this is the one I used as a sound check, so it's got a few colours in it because the song is called Colours. colour of my true love's hair in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time. That's the time I love the best. Blue's the colour of the sky in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time. That's the time I love the best. Green's the colour of the sparkling corn in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time. That's the time I love the best. Mellow is the feeling that I get when I see her. When I see her. That's the time. That's the time I love the best. Freedom is a word I rarely use without thinking. Without thinking. Of the times. Of the times when I've been low.
Guys, if we hear that tune again with some different words later on in the evening.
Oh.
Oh.
Just saying.
Ooh.
Ooh. I
Is
see
it right?
Chris' fancy man's just been up and down a bit, hasn't he?
Who's that? Chris's fancy man?
Yeah, he's about there. A fancy man, as most of you know, is a man who's been circumcised with pinking shears.
Oh. Oh, indeed.
Oh, God. I think I'll call an ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah, quick.
Family show.
Yeah.
That was lovely. During John's singing then, I could hear a voice in the background. I thought, oh, somebody's unmuted. And of course it was Carol in the background. It was silly.
Sorry.
No, it was lovely. It was lovely to hear you singing along. And I thought, oh, somebody's unmuted. Never mind. Never mind.
Have you got a button for muting wives?
No,
I'm afraid
there's no
not.
Gaffer, I've been searching for.
You got one for neuting cats.
My wife's half Yorkshire and half North Wales, and people say, which half's Yorkshire? Well, the tongue, obviously. I'll shut this door. I'll shut this door.
Right, do you want me to move?
No, you're
I've
right
moved
there.
the mic for you.
You're all right there. When you say it's reference to colour, John, did you have to say pink ink shears?
You spotted it then? Not as thick as you look, are you?
Nobody's as thick as that, John.
This one's called The Surprise Haven, and yes, it does have colour in it. Sat by the lake in the warm afternoon sun, with the sound of a waterfall close by, watching the dragonflies, blue and brown, as they skim the waterside, A duck and a water hen weave through the reeds and add to the idyllic scene. And swallows make ripples on the water surface as they dive for their midday meal. This is a haven in a very busy place, a rest for the travellers of the highway. For this is Gloucester Services on the M5 motorway. Thank you.
Apologies to John, Alan and Alison David, who were there on Tuesday when Carol did the same poem. There we are.
Right, where are we? Oh, it's Izzy. A rare treat. We've got Izzy. She's decided she will entertain us tonight.
It'll be a very rare treat, trust me.
You can see the top half of your head as well.
Unless you count
Oh,
the tin
come on,
in
Izzy.
Tinwell.
Do you want to just check how long we've got daylight
the
for in
tragedy
case
of
you
the
come?
Alan
Sorry.
Snake fell Tinwell.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, let me start that again. Snake fell Tinwell, Ben Macree, 14 ships have sailed the sea, proudly bearing a Manx name, but there's one we'll ne'er gain. Oh, Ellen Fannin of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Fannin, lost in the Irish Sea. At 1 a.m. in Ramsey Bay, Captain Tier was heard to say, the contract it says, deliver the mail. In this rough weather we will not fail. Oh, Ellen Vannin of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Vannin, lost in the Irish Sea. Ocean liners sheltered from the storm, on the mighty waves Ellen Vannin was born. Her hold was full and buttoned down as she sailed towards far Liverpool town. Oh, Ellen Vannin of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Vannin, lost in the Irish Sea, with her crew of 21 Manx men, her passengers Liverpool businessmen. Farewell to Mona's Isle, farewell. This little ship was bound for hell. Oh, Ellen Vannin of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Vannin, lost in the Irish Sea. Less than a mile from the Barlight ship, by a mighty wave Ellen Vannin was hit. She sank in the waters of Liverpool Bay. Sorry. She sank in the waters of Liverpool Bay, and there she lies unto this day. Oh, Ellen Vannin of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Vannin, lost in the Irish Sea. Manxmen, now remember the 3rd day of the month December, a terrible storm in 1909. Ellen Vannon sailed for the very last time. Oh, Ellen Vannon of the Isle of Man Company. Oh, Ellen Vannon, lost in the Irish Sea. Lost in the Irish Sea.
Beautiful, Izzy.
Oh, lovely.
You're all too kind or tone deaf, one or the other.
Oh, very good. You should. We're looking forward to next week now already.
You knock yourself. Don't you knock yourself down, Izzy? That's my job. Okay.
So, you knock it down when you.
Andy's very good at it.
Right. Thanks a lot for that, Izzy. When we're sort of live at the club, we really struggle to get ladies to do anything, so to speak. So we want to see you at the club when we get back.
Well, if I can get there, I will do. I mean, I only ever did that one night where I sang, but I'd come quite a while, if you remember.
Yeah, we remember.
Long backstory to this voice, and now I've lost it, so...
Right, well, thanks ever so much, Izzy.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay, Phil.
Yeah, it's me. Okay. Is everybody else muted? Me not. Okay. Right, I'm going to stick with the maritime theme here, actually. I didn't know about the colours thing, but I think, is rusty a colour? That'll do then. And the other thing is, I don't often do this on Zoom because it's got 2 refrain lines in it, which gets a bit boring if you sing it yourself. So I want to see you all singing the refrain lines, okay? In harmony, preferably. Now it's 3 long years since we made her pay, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. And the owners say that she's had her day, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. So let's pull away for the final troll, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. It's an easy pull, 'cause the catch is small, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. Now it's stow your gear, lads, and batten down, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. Then I'll turn the wheel, lads, and turn around, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. And we'll join the venture and the morning star, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. Riding high and empty behind the bar, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. For I'd rather beach her on the Skerry Rock, and sing haul away, my laddie-o, than to see her torched in the breaker's dock, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. And when I die, you can stow me down, and sing haul away, my laddie-o. In her rusty hold where the breakers sound, and sing all away, my laddie-o. Then I'll make the haven and the fiddlers green, and sing all away, my laddie-o, where the grub is good and the banks are clean, and sing all away, my laddie-o. Well, I fished a lifetime, boy and man, and sing all away, my laddie-o. And the final trawl scarcely nets a cran, and sing all away, my laddie-o, and sing all away, my laddie-o.
That got a lovely feel to it, that song. Lovely.
Nice lilty.
Yeah, a friend of mine lived in Liverpool for many years.
Archie Fisher song, that.
This isn't Archie Fisher. I didn't get.
I know, because I learnt it this year. That's how I was playing along.
I see. Right.
I nicked it from somebody at Dragon's Breath.
Oh, right. Well, I nicked it from a guy called Norman Stewart, who's from Lewis actually, but lives with the forestry, so he lives down in Northumberland because of the forestry. And he was actually quite a well-known folk singer in his day, actually. So I nicked it off him, and I didn't realise it was Archie Fisher until somebody said, "That's an Archie Fisher song." I said, "Oh."
Wasn't he in the Willows, Archie Fisher? Was he?
That's his brother Jeremy.
I've never fished for Archie's.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Archie Jeremy, that's the fella, yeah.
Right, and today's little fact is that a cran is a measurement equivalent to 37.5 gallons.
Ah, it's a big basket.
Yeah, every day.
When did it all leak out in a basket? You can't put gallons in a basket.
Is it not 14 stone?
A cran was a bottomless basket, and they used to fill it full of herring.
A cran of silver darling.
Yeah.
I'm 14 stone, up to about here. There's more.
Oh, you've got a big brain then, haven't you?
Right, thanks for that, Phil. Oh, we're moving down to Surrey. We're down in Surrey with Helen and Mike.
Hello.
Let's get it right.
Yeah, I like the apologetic way you added the mic. Okay, hello everyone. We have a song of colour, if that's a permitted observation.
I think you're our only Mike tonight. I've had a message from Mike Hawkins saying he's given up. He's not playing ball tonight, so we'll see him next week. And he even wished Wales well tomorrow. That's how bad he feels.
Well, he's terrible, isn't he? He must be unwell.
See, I'm on the Italian wine tonight, so there you go.
It's unusual to only have one mic in a folk club. Yeah, so our song is called Green Pastures, so that qualifies. It's a Ralph Stanley song. It also has plenty of reference to sheep, and we know that sheep is a favoured animal in Wales, so seems to work on that score as well.
It's a family show. Come on, keep it clean.
I was hesitating as to what I was going to say there.
Don't knock it until you...
That's a bare-faced lie.
Troubles and trials often betray us, causing the weary body to stray. But we shall walk beside the still water, with good old John Shepherd leading the still he is searching, bringing the name forever to thee. Will not heed the voice of the stranger, for he would lead us on to despair. Following on with Jesus the Savior, we shall all reach that country so fair. Troubles and trials often betray us, causing the weary body to stray. But we shall walk beside the still water, with God your shepherd leading the way.
Brilliant! Woo!
Hey!
Mike, that was really average.
We strive for average. Average is bloody good for us.
Average is improvement.
When I did sheep songs, I got interrupted all the way through. People going bah all the time.
Well, that's one of the advantages of doing it on Zoom, isn't it?
We can't hear it.
Make sure
Don't
you got
stop
your
us
wellies
here.
on.
Stop us.
Right, it's Gwyn's video. Alan.
Do you want to squeeze a small David Aitchin, because he may have to go? He's here waiting. I don't know whether he's on a schedule this evening. I don't know. David, are you there? He's not there.
He's got I can see him. He's got a yellow head. There he is.
Moving about. There he is. Look at that. Look at that. Unmute yourself, David, and we'll hear you.
Yes, I just pop up out of the flowers from time to time. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, I'm here. And
Yeah. What do you think, John? Do we put David on either after Gwyn's video or before it, whichever you.
Do you have time constraints, Dave?
I'm all right for the foreseeable.
Right. We'll go. Should we go with Gwyn's video and then
we'll put Dave in sort of in the...
I don't think she can see me.
What was it? Right. Oh, put Dave in after Carl before you, Alan.
I will then. I'll put him there. Look at him. I'm moving him as we speak.
Slide him across.
He's moved.
Right. Okay. It's Gwyn's video.
I will. I'll mute a couple. I'll get on with the video, John, and then I'll shut up. I'll unmute myself. I'll mute myself first. Come on, Jones. Get your act together. Here we go.
The chairman has spoken, and the theme time of Rhyl Folk Club this week is colour. I had to dig pretty deep to find this one, but here we go. It's a poem called Melyn by Gwyn Erfil. Yellow by Gwyn Erfil. Melyn gan Gwyn Erfil. Melyn yw eithin yn brathu'r glesni ar gloddiau llun, neu'n goron gylch o fendydd lleiad i'w ysgyd y 9 nos olau. Melyn, melyn, yr ofergoeledd hen, a ddaliau'r dyfodol am eiliad yn flodyn menyn a ias o liw o dan fy ngên. A chyn nosweilio, yn ddinas neon yn ddawnsio'n gell weirus am enid, yn huddigol y simne yn yr hen le tân. Melyn oedd menyn mam. Cwmwl melyn oedd meinir yn yr oriau man ar sgwar Gaerfyrddin a'r eiliad ddiadifar yn hanes fy ngwlad, pan blethodd ei breichiau a'i thresu o aer am wddfeu thad. ac I ti. Y fodrwy sydd bellach fel finnau yn rhanodd gnawd, fel adduned bregus o'n cariad I.
We were just discussing here, because we thought melon. I thought that was mill, but that's with an I, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I stand corrected in my orthopaedic shoes.
This fantastic. I've got to say, these Welsh language poems are fantastic. Thank you.
So beautiful.
It's the language of heaven, John, as well you know.
But it's also the way it's delivered, actually. Gwerin is after.
To be chwarae teg, yeah.
It was quite disturbing to read in the newspaper that there was a couple in Cornwall, and I know we have a strong Cornish
What?
who weren't
What?
allowed to get married in the Cornish language.
Yeah, they couldn't get through their vows, could they?
There are only two languages you're allowed to get married in Britain, that's in Welsh and in English. And it seemed a shame because you're setting off on your course on life and you're at your most involved when you intend to get married, and they weren't allowed to have a Cornish wedding.
No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Is that your get-out clause, Gaffer? Right, we've got Mark, haven't we? Next.
We have.
Gwerin, anyway.
Mark tried to join us a couple of weeks back, but his sound was just falling apart with his whistle. So he has got his sound organised. So we are looking for. We've never had a lot of whistle. We've had little bits from Eileen, but don't get a lot of whistle. So looking forward to this. Come on then, Mark.
Okay, doke, cheers. This is called different part of the country, McKechnie's Farewell, or if you want to call it the Golden Farewell, it'll fit in.
You could almost be there, couldn't you?
It's lovely to hear a whistle, isn't it?
Well, the Irish have slow reels where they take a reel, 8 quavers and 4 beats in a bar, rapid quaver after quaver, and they slow it down. And the best reels make really good melodies like that when they're slowed down. If you Google Irish slow reels, you'll find some lovely tunes. There we are.
Every day's a school day. Yeah. The only thing we've not heard here at the club on Zoom, I don't know if we're going on Zoom, is a buran.
Next week, John.
I wasn't asking for one. I'm just saying that we've never heard one.
Be grateful for small mercies.
Yeah. Because
I want to hear Alan playing the pipes.
Yeah, well, I'm just getting some reeds coming in this week or next week, so...
Okay.
So then you'll hear the pipes. And maybe the flute next week, I don't know yet.
Oh, splendid.
buran players and sort of men of learning all share the same philosophy that time is an abstract concept. Right, where are we? Terry. Oh, here he is, girded up, ready.
There he is, look.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at Nick, who seems to have a buran down there.
I don't crucify it, my wife does.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, I shouldn't say that, she's a very good player.
I used to make them, and I've got a couple left over, but they're officially in the loft, but I know how to get at them.
I wish I'd never spoke now.
How much is it, Al?
Right, come on, we want Terry. We want Terry.
Right, I was all set. I'm going to do Colours by Donovan, and then John nicked in first and did
Apologies.
it. So that doesn't matter. It was a lovely version. So
He does it all the time.
It's just as well I'm not doing it. So this is another one which has got one colour, which I've squeezed in. Who's gonna sing to you tonight, kitty? And who's gonna ease your troubled mind? And who's gonna turn out all the lights, my pretty? Put away your things and close the blind. And all those pretty girls with a promise in their hearts, hanging on to every word he never said. And who's gonna sing to you tonight, my pretty, when you lay down your weary head? Who's gonna talk to you today, kitty, and whisper words that almost rhyme, words that sparkle in the night, my pretty, but in the morning lose the shine. You rock-a-bye like a lullaby, baby, don't sleep tight before the dawn. Angelos and Maxes every night. Well, who's gonna wake you in the morning, my pretty? And who's gonna break your heart tonight? Like a lullaby, baby, don't sleep tight before the dawn. And Angelos and Maxes every night. Who's gonna wake you in the morning, my pretty? break your heart tonight. And who's gonna dance with you tonight, kitty? Lace your ice with Valentine. Who's gonna walk you home tonight, my pretty, and sing to you a Broadway lullaby? Another day is dawning and the milkman's on his way. The early train is waiting for a light that's green. And who's gonna wait for you tonight, kitty? Who's gonna sing to you tonight? Sing to you a Broadway lullaby. Well, good night, baby. Good night. The milkman's on his way. Well, sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. The milkman's on his way.
Lovely.
What, Terry? On my computer, that's the best sound. That's the most amazing sound. Karen voice.
Fantastic,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, well,
We've had Gusto.
He still reminds me of Eric Bibb. I don't know what it is, but something about you reminds me of Eric Bibb.
We've had Sensitive John, we've had Gusto, we've had Plaintive, and now we've had Sublime. Just delicious. Delicious. And you have to get those little ragtime moves in there, don't you?
Oh, yes, I can't help it. It's just an addiction, I think.
Yeah, some lovely colours from those chords. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, absolutely loved it. Can
Did you
I
get that, John? There were colours in the chords. Did you get that?
Yeah.
There were colours.
All right, all right, all
Reading
right.
anyway. Alliteration, is it?
Minor sevens, love them, love them.
Can I get your CD from your website, Terry? Just the thumbs up will do if you can.
No, it's best if you contact me if you like, because I'm having trouble with the shot on there, I think.
If I stick your, are you happy for me to stick your email on the Facebook group, Terry, so they can just email you directly? Is that okay?
I'll send it over to you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Terry. Right, where are we? Brian. Lovely to see you again, Brian.
Hey. Right, this is a song in remembrance of my life together with my wife. In 1969, my wife went with the British Country Music Association to the Nashville Disc Jockey Convention, and the following year I went, and the chairman of the British Country Music Association had a folk and country club in Brighton, so I went over by car, and my wife went over by train, or my wife-to-be in due course, and that's when we first met. We became boyfriend and girlfriend, and for the next 50 years, we went to folk and country shows all over the south, and we also became dancing partners for 46 years. And this song is called Waltz of a Lifetime. It's by British country music singer Dave Sheriff, and I've changed the words around a bit to make it fit in with what I wanted to say. When I waltzed through a lifetime with you, every step was easy to do. From the first step you made to the last breath you took, I was happy just dancing with you. Good times and bad, happy and sad, we can't complain of the life that we had. When I remember our times together, I look back and say, I've not wasted this lifetime away. When I waltz through this lifetime with you, all my cares disappeared into blue. Every moment in time made me so glad you were mine. When I waltz through this lifetime with you, good times and bad, happy and sad, we can't complain of the life that we had. When I remember our times together, I look back and say, I've not wasted this lifetime away. When I waltz through a lifetime with you, every step was easy to do. From the first step you made to the last breath you took, I was happy just dancing with you. Good times and bad, happy and sad, we can't complain of the life that we had. When I remember our times together, I look back and say, I've not wasted this lifetime away. When I remember our times together, I look back and say, I've not wasted this lifetime away. You did mention in there.
Well done, Brian. Well done.
Oh.
Thank you, Brian. Leslie's in shreds here. She's not coping well with that. But thank you very much, Brian. Gaffer.
Hello. Good evening to everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm not renowned for being the most timely of singers, I am told. So I'll keep my introduction fairly short tonight. Gaffer Ferris, you have 4 minutes and your time starts now. How's about that? Now a building burned down outside Nebo, and a poor man his life he did lose. Thank God he was wearing his dog tag, so the coroner knew it was Hughes. Let's got that one out of the way. From Red Wolf, our ship set sail and sunk. Red in that one. Folks still sing of the dreadful disaster, of a story too sad to be told. 15 of our strongest bold colliers lost to a last-minute penalty goal. There's another. Oh, yes, John, yes, John, yes, John, yes. Oh, Jack of no trades. I drew the dole in Bristol town, I drew the dole in Clifton. I've never done a stroke of work in any town I've lived in. Oh, soldier, soldier, will you marry me? Do I look like a vicar? Away goes. My bonny lies over the ocean. My bonny lies over the sea. My bonny lies over her boyfriend. She just can't stop lying to me. There's another. Oh, this one. Oh, Evelyn's been and gone, hasn't she? This one, it might be Cornish, might be French, probably therefore Breton. Cousin Jacker, where be to? Where be to? Down the cider cellar, drink, drank, drunk, Drink, drank, drunk. Oh, one for Storm, he's not here, he'll miss it. No, don't you remember sweet Betsy from Pike? Damned if I do. My love, he is enlisted and he wears a blue cockade. I heard a ploughboy singing, so I humped him instead. Oh, there's another. Oh, one for Leslie. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and you will be knackered afore me. There we go, one for my granddad. I've never seen a purple cow, I never wish to see one, but I can tell you anyhow, I'd rather see than be one. No, Tom Piers, lend I thy grey mare, not after what happened last time. No, I've lost my love, I've lost him, cried Mary to her mum. You are a careless girl, said she, and smacked across the bum. In a sweet little town they called Belfast, to the funeral trade I was bound. And many an elegant funeral did I stage in that dear little town. I soon got promoted to driver of the funeral manager's pride. A marvel of Irish technology, a hearse with a flag flashing light. Wouldn't it be funny if a cow had a wouldn't it be funny? My tractor won't start unless there's a quart of cider inside of her driver. Man, oh, Louis, beat the drum slowly and play the fife slowly. Play the death march as you carry me along for 3 rifle volleys all over my body. If I don't wake up, the brown ale is too strong. Hangman, stay thy ho!
There he goes.
Oh, yeah.
Excelled yourself this time. Oh,
I wasn't counting, but I think there was about 24 songs in there.
Oh, dear.
You've no excuse now, Gaffy. You can do 24 in 4 minutes.
Yeah. And I can do
to program him.
4 minutes, and I can do 2 in 19 dozen minutes. I'm a versatile fellow.
Yeah. He's like one of those Duracell bunnies, you know. He just needs to be programmed correctly. That's what he needs.
Don't give him a drum. Don't give him a drum.
Oh, don't charge him up, for God's sake.
Oh, he'll be here with a bloody bugan next week.
He will. Yeah, you bet your life he will. I'll sell him one.
Or maybe just the old haggis tin and 2 spoons again.
Oh, yes. Did you ever eat the haggis?
I was going to, and then I saw the eat-by date was about 1914, so I decided against it.
Oh, that doesn't apply to pensioners.
Or to
haggis, I don't
people.
Especially
right,
if they've been
okay,
vaccinated.
I don't think Dave's there. I think he's gone out taxiing.
So I believe he sent a message.
So we are down to Carl in Holywell.
Oh.
Not his fault he's in Holywell.
I can think of worse places.
Yeah. There was an awful report this week being sent round on a link, live your something link, and it's really trashed Holywell, but it was a little bit old. It was about 6 or 7 years old. But I think everywhere's been trashed by this website, and I think it went on about how drunken violence went on a regular basis, you know, in Holywell. But I think Mould and Buckley are trying to follow suit because they're having a fight next week to find out which is the friendliest town out of the two of them.
That sounds about right, yeah.
But I've been reminded tonight of a few silly jokes, but I shouldn't tell you them because the type of things I tell my grandchildren, they don't get them and they don't laugh. But Mike reminded me, when Mike was on about the sheep, I thought for a minute he was going to come up with that one, that Wales is a place where men are men and sheep are nervous. But he didn't go for that one. And,
family show.
Yeah, and the other one was something that Alan said about all the weather he was having in Capel Currig there. And I know we politically correct, but I still like the old Irish jokes. You know, apologies for anybody, but they're all light-hearted. And the one I remembered after hearing Alan was something like the man in the pub talking with an Irishman, and the guy was complaining about the weather. You know, he was sort of saying they'd had rain and hail, gale force winds, sleet and snow. And then the Irishman just chimed in and said, well, better than nothing. You know, and that was the joke.
Get on with it, Carl.
Yeah, I'm not a comedian. Apologies to the chairman. I didn't sort of start looking early enough for a song with colour in. But I suppose this has got Green Mountains in, so we'll go for that. And it's My Little Welsh Home. And it's appropriate for anybody, really, wherever you live, especially, I think, with the lockdown and everything. So let's have a go at this one. I am dreaming of the mountains of my home, of the mountains where in childhood I would roam. I have dwelt 'neath southern skies where the summer never died, but my heart is in the mountains of my home. I can see the little homestead on the hill. I can hear the magic music of the rill. There is nothing to compare with the love that once was there in that lonely little homestead on the hill. I can see the quiet churchyard down below, where the mountain breezes wander to and fro. And when God my soul will keep, it is where I want to sleep, with those dear old folks that loved me long ago. With those dear old folks that loved me long ago. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, big note to finish.
Hey, brilliant. Good one, Carl.
Right, smashing there, Carl. Alan, are you awake?
I am. My loins are girded as they'll ever be. I'm going to press very hard to find my loins nowadays, but so that was lovely, Carl. It's always a difficult thing to follow somebody who's got a boy tenor voice, because my range has dropped, and I left the top notes in Dublin, and Chaz and Jan will be witness to that.
Talking about Chaz and Jan, I promised them they'd come in before you. Put them in after you.
Excellent. That gives me a moment then.
No.
I'm moving them. There they are. Look, they've moved. Here we are. I'll shut up, John. I'll shut up.
Right.
Okay.
Are we now then?
You're on.
Are we on?
Right.
We're on. Okay, so just wondering about you people out there who've got Amazon Prime. We acquainted ourselves with the music facility associated with that Amazon Prime, and in sort of delving into the archives there, came up with this old favourite, which you've not heard for a while.
Which includes a colour.
Which includes a colour, so we've done our homework. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the salt waters and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing a song. Oh, take me away, boys, me time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you Sunday on Fiddler's Green. Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where the fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the sky is all clear and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of England is far, far away. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green, where the skies are all clear and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with one swish of their tail, where you lie at your leisure, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. When you get by on dock and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty and the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum growing on every tree. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Now I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and a good rolling sea. I'll play me old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind in the rigging to sing me a song. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. And I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green.
Woohoo! Great. Yeah. I suppose you're going to claim that green is a colour. What are you going to do?
Yes. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's a colour, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Absolutely.
That was a slightly different version to the one I remember. I thought it was the skippers below making love to the crew.
Oh, that was Daryl Morley's version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it is definitely you now, Alan.
Well, I'm very nervous because I've been waiting and there's been things happening and I've been practicing and I've been trying to sort out the action on this new little parlour guitar, and as anyone who's made adjustments to saddle height and neck tension and stuff, the guitar takes a little while to settle down. Get my excuses in early. There are some colours in this song, with apologies to John Warburton for obvious reasons. Only it's not the same song. It's not the same song. Those of a nervous disposition who are not familiar with the language of heaven best leave the room. Mewn yw Clwb yng nghariad I yn y bore pan codwn ni. Yn y bore pan codwn ni. Dyna'r pryd dwi'n caru'r gorau. Glas yw lliw yr awyr haf yn y bore pan codwn ni. Yn y bore pan codwn ni. Dyna'r pryd rwy'n caru'r gorau. Gwedd yw'r lliw yr disglair yn y bore pan codwn ni. Yn y bore pan codwn ni. Dyna'r pryd dyma pryd rwy'n caru'n gorau. Aeddfed yw teimlad arna I pan dwi'n ei gweld hi. Pan dwi'n ei gweld hi. Dyna'r pryd rwy'n caru'r gorau. A ryddid yw gair dwi byth yn deud heb feddwl, heb gofio, o tro, pan ges i'n ngaru. Melyn yw gwallt fy nghariad I yn y bore pan codwn ni. Yn y bore pan codwn ni. Dyna'r pryd rwy'n caru'r gorau. Dyna'r pryd dwi'n caru'n gorau.
Well done, Alan.
Right.
There have been some grammatical discussions about certain choices of words and mutations, of course, in that song. But I choose to sing what I choose to sing. So whatever you say, I'm going to sing what I like.
That's what most native speakers do, Alan.
Right.
Mutations? Never heard of them. That's it, yeah. Bag o chips. Yeah.
Is that the Brazilian mutation or the South African mutation? Right, okay, it's back to me. We're going to go round twice. We'll be a little bit late finishing, but, it don't really matter, does it? No. We've enjoyed it so much tonight. Everybody's going to get a second go. Who wants one? So, if you don't want one, fine. But we're going round twice. This has got a colour in it. It's quite apt this week with all the stuff about sort of violence to women in. I can hear the sound of your footsteps walking down the hall, echo of the doors it slammed, shook a picture off the wall. You start the car up in the drive outside, you hit the pedal and you're gone. Leaving me seems so easy, why bother coming home? Oh, how blue are Saturday nights, my love has left me in tears again. Oh, how blue are Saturday nights, I'm on the rocks and you're rolling away. How you hate the sound of raised voices, how yours would raise when I'd start to cry. Trembling lips, the trembling fingers reached out to you, would make your temper fly. I can't live here in this grey, grey world, too afraid to speak my mind. If leaving me seems so easy, coming back is just a lie. Know how blue are Saturday nights, my love has left me in tears again. Oh, how blue are Saturday nights, I'm on the rocks and you're rolling away. come home and the lights are all out, you'll fumble at the doorway till you turn them on. You'll stumble to the bedroom, the bed will be empty. You'll look around the house and find me gone. You'll remember all those silent moments, they'll be ringing in your ears. There won't be voices raised tonight, maybe there'll be tears. Oh, how blue are Saturday nights, your love has left you in tears. Oh, how blue are Saturday nights, you're on the rocks and I'm rolling away. You're on the rocks and I'm rolling away.
Where was the colour in that, John? What was the colour?
Get your face.
A boy band, Alan.
Right, Jeff's back with us. No sign of Mike Hawkins, is there yet? No, I think he's disappeared for the
No,
night.
he said he texted me to say he's not coming back tonight.
Right, Mr. Durno.
Okay, unmuted. Yes, you can hear me. I don't think this has got colour in it. I don't think that doesn't really matter, does it? See what you think about this. It's called Tumbleweed. Well, out across the Mississippi, out on the open plains, through Indian territory, where the sky begins to rain, to run down dirty honky-tonk sits a drifting tumbleweed, thumbing through magazines, but he can't even read. Well, Tumbleweed remembers how the West was won and lost, homestead and the Dust Bowl, where everybody paid the cost, and the great white father promised to treat his children all the same, back when Indian territory weren't Oklahoma's name. Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he rolls from town to town. It ain't easy for a heartbreak kid to try to settle down. Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he can't find no place to rest, for the desert wind blows tumbleweed, spirit of the West. With his boot heels tapping time to a flat top box guitar, well, he's the local guitar hero, and he sings straight from the heart. Well, and his tip jar is a jumble of worn out dollar bills, and he makes his bread and groceries from the local bar and grills. Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he can't find no place to rest, for the desert wind blows tumbleweed, spirit of the West. So if you cross the Mississippi, or out on the open plains, through Indian territory where the sky begins to rain, and you're feeling kind of loose and nowhere much to go, just remember tumbleweed. He's the spirit of the West.
Yay!
I hate playing good guitarists. Huh?
Phil was asking on the chat, Jeff, who makes that guitar?
Rain song. It's made in Florida.
Oh. Did you get that, Phil? Great.
There's
okay.
also Emerald. Emerald make them in Ireland.
So they do, to be sure.
To be sure.
I did not make that guitar in Ireland. I did not.
They're more expensive.
That plastic shamrocks, is it?
No surrender.
No,
Right.
we go. No, careful. Yeah, careful.
I'm saying nothing.
Oh, John's muted. Alan, is your guitar an old-fashioned wooden one, by any chance?
Yes. An old-fashioned wooden Taylor. Sorry about that. You either love them or you hate them. This is on the colour theme again. This is a song by Eliza Gilkison called Blue Moon Night. And I just noticed I've been drinking rather quickly tonight, so I don't know what's going to happen. Too much red wine. Once in a blue moon, it all comes together. Everything turns out right. It comes to falling, all's well with the weather. Day nestles in and the nice towns turn the lights down, and the night sounds oh so beautiful on a blue moon night, when it feels alright for one more blue moon night. Once in a blue moon, we turn off our iTunes, step out into the herd. We all know what's happening, how it's all connected, realize we've had it good. And we feel things we've forgotten, and our eyes sting with tears on a blue moon night, when it feels alright for one more blue moon night. In the gathering gloom of the afternoon, give me one more blue night. On a blue moon night, when it feels
Great stuff, Alan. Great stuff. So, did you ever get anywhere with that video you said you were going to send Alan?
Yeah, I found the CD. I'm just going to try and lift a suitable section off for you.
He's up there with technology, John. Don't you worry about that.
I can send you the whole CD and you can decide what you want to cut out, Alan. But it's like, but you actually here choose a bad track to make.
I would.
And the Foster.
That's how you make yourself sound good. You see, is choose other people's bad tracks.
Absolutely.
Well, we've had Sublime and we've had Gusto and we've had Plaintive and we just had Mesmeric because that song was going for rocking nice waltz time. I was just with it and it could have gone on for another 10 minutes and Gaffer wouldn't have complained, you know.
He might have done.
Oh, he was ridiculous to add to all those adjectives, wasn't he?
Yeah. Lovely.
No, quality.
Yeah, for those of you who missed it, for those of you who missed it a fortnight ago, Alan put a video up from way back when, sort of best part of 15 years ago, of his band. When it was at a time when Alan's skin still fitted his face. It was quite interesting. There were no saggy bits like this. Right, Chris, save us.
It's got one colour in this one. It's by John Heslop and it's a lifeboat prayer for those brave people that go out and on the seas. Those who venture on the sea to ply their trade upon the deep, they sail within fate's countenance, pray their gentle lives to keep. Should I be beset by gale, let me not drink the bitterest cup. Yet if the wind and wave prevail, let not the deep swallow me up. When the call for rescue comes from those in peril on this day, no matter how the storm may roll, we cannot turn our heads away. Should I be beset by gale, let me not drink the bitterest cup. Yet if the wind and wave prevail, let not the deep swallow me up. We must go where we are called, through wind and rain, through wave and foam. 'Tis not for glory nor for gold, we will bring poor sailors home. Should I be beset by gale, let me not drink the bitterest cup. Yet if the wind and wave prevail, let not the deep swallow me up. We are but leaves upon the wind, we are but men in love with life. We are afeard like any man to venture against the ocean's strife. Should I be beset by gale, let me not drink the bitterest cup. Yet if the wind and wave prevail, let not the deep swallow me up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Lovely. Leslie was just saying what a lovely voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really enjoyed that, Chris. Thank you. Oh, talk about lovely voice. We've got Davith next.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, indeed. I must say, well, I was expecting to hear bitterest ale after the gale there. You fooled me every time. Right, well, I've got, again, a 30-syllable piece of Welsh poetry called an englyn, which is written in very strict metre. I've attempted some sort of English version of it, which is not in such strict metres at all. But it was written a couple of hundred years ago by a chap called Walter Davis, whose bardic name was Walter Mechain, and he was from Montgomeryshire. Now, I've added some colours to my English version of this, so you'll find 4 in the English one and only 1 in the Welsh. Here we go. The black night, so tranquil it is. Grey fog, it covers Snowdonia. The red sun's in the bed of the sea, while the moon silvers Menai. And in Welsh, this is y nos dywyll yn distewi, caddig yn cuddio eryri, yr haul yn wely'r heli, a'r lloer yn ariannu'r llu. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr.
Brilliant. Well done, David.
There's another point we've had succinct as well there. That was succinct, David.
Oh, yes. And make sure I got there first.
It's gone right under the desk.
It was my mum's 90th birthday today. She left Wales when she was 17 and she still speaks Welsh.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, lovely. Well, we'll introduce her to David. And
right.
They can have a little chat.
Yeah, I might be a bit old for her.
when we finish.
Right, if I can just interrupt everybody, we've got down at the bottom of the board, we've got Galaxy J3. Hello. You've been sat there quietly all night. Do you want to speak to us?
Galaxy
if not, just
J3.
Say no.
Or forever.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. We're just wondering if you want to have a little chat with us.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
Hello, Galaxy. Earth calling Galaxy J3.
But very nice for you to join us, whatever.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, we are with the Warbies.
Why?
Hello again. This is a song influenced by the Raggle-Taggle Gypsies. I decided to write a version which is from the male point of view. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. I spend my summers travelling beneath an endless sky. I rode up to the mill one day, share a friendly glass. The miller sadly told me the Lord had wed his lass. He said he'd try to stop him, he thought it was obscene, for the Lord was over 60 and Mary not 18. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. It's what your children shout at me as I go riding by. After I'd heard his story, I could stay no more. I rode up to the manor house and I hammered on the door. A servant came and told me a master was away and had forbade his lady from walking out that day. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. I spend my summers travelling beneath an endless sky. I went down to the kitchen door, there began to sing. By the time I'd finished, she threw away his ring. She told me that she loved me and the Lord had forced her hand, for if she had not married him, he'd take her father's land. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. It's what your children shout at me as I go riding by. down to... Oh no, I've been there, haven't I? She then put on a cloak of wool, boots of finest leather. We rode away as the sun did set, made love in the heather. I swore that if I saw him, I'd kill him where he stood. She said, you'd be no good to me, a hanging in the wood. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. I spend my summers travelling beneath an endless sky. The old man, he came after us, he rode north and south. He couldn't face the rejection that came out of her mouth. His face was red with anger, this hurt could not be borne. But he rode off dejected as his wife poured out her scorn. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. It's what your children shout at me as I go riding by. After he'd rode through the heather, after he'd rode through the wood, the old man caught pneumonia, which I thought was quite good. He upped and died next morning, he couldn't catch his breath, so his money and the manor house passed to Mary on his death. Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. I spend my summers travelling beneath an endless sky. And Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. It's what your children shout at me as I go riding by. And Romany Rye they call me Romany Rye. But I'm the lord of the manor now, so smile as I pass by. Hey-o.
Yay! There's two sides to every story.
Yes, indeed.
At least.
I love that.
Leslie's a bit pissed off with you, John.
Why is that?
Tuesday night, she was struggling to sleep, and she had that going round her head all night.
Oh, well, she can have it now as well, just to keep her awake, you know, keep her on her toes.
Last Friday, it was Abby's song, wasn't it? She was, yeah. What was it?
Oh, Dreams. Oh, from Fleetwood Mac, was it?
Cousin Jack.
Yeah.
Cousin Jack?
No, Fleetwood Mac. It was
From Abby.
Abby's song.
Oh, right, it wasn't
Going
from
round
me.
and
That's
round and
all right,
round
then.
and round.
Ah, well, right.
Be nice if we could get. Where's the Scallies? I can't. Oh, there we are. Nice if we could get Abby back. Edna?
Oh, definitely.
Edna's asleep, John. You've just woken it up. You switch
No,
it.
not. No, she couldn't come this week. She was working till quite late.
He was what?
Working till
Working.
quite late.
Working.
Yeah.
Have you got no?
Dirkin.
Have you got no crisps tonight, Edna?
No, Chris.
It's Lent, John. It's Lent.
Stuart's on a diet. He's been a good boy.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't stop you, does it?
Tonic water here. Look, tonic water. That is.
So you say.
I've had a couple of bottles of beer earlier, but it's Lent now, so.
Right. Oh, are you going to do anything again now? Is it?
No.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
Before we go to Phil, this is a little true snippet.
Sorry, Carol.
Oh shit!
And just to mention, Mr. H is back here. Mr. H is back here. There he is. Give it away, David. There he is. Look.
Oh. He's very sorry, Carol. He's very sorry. And he will be punished.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Punish him on screen, Leslie. Come on.
40 shades doesn't count as colours, I'm afraid.
Yes, indeed.
Oh shit! I
Well,
did that
it
last
suits
week,
the
didn't I?
colour, doesn't it?
Oh. Right. God, you can't get the staff, can you, Carol? Tell me about that again.
Where?
Well, I know
you're
that.
Well, blimey, it's getting worse.
It's terrible.
Right. Come on, Carol.
I was just
This
about.
one's called Sennen at Another Time, and it does have a colour in it. I stood on Sennen the other day, neath a grey and leaden sky. There was lots of spray crashing on the rocks, and the surf was running high. No surfers there that day though, nor children playing on the sand. But there was a bride and groom, finely dressed and lovingly holding hand. They were having photographs taken down by the edge of the foam, a happy reminder for them for when they returned back home. So on that grey and blustery day, as I looked at all I could see, I realised I'm not the only one who thinks Sennen is a lovely place to be. Thank you.
Oh, excellent, excellent, Carol. I'm glad we didn't miss that.
I nearly did spilt liquid again.
Spread that butter over.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did kick my quarter bottle of wine over the floor. So there we go.
Which is why you kept seeing me disappearing down in front of the camera.
Well, I didn't like to ask.
No.
John, you're supposed to drink it, mate. Honestly, you keep doing
I know. This is the second time. It's getting silly.
Fourth time.
Oh, shut up. Muting myself now.
And the rest, yeah, and the rest. It's every week, John.
She's
Right,
gone to
this
get
week
she's gone to get a blunt instrument, I think, now.
The poster came this week and it had, the usual sort of crap that goes straight in the recycle. But there was one addressed to the occupier.
Oh.
So you think, these are usually just crap, aren't they? But it wasn't the usual stuff in a brown envelope. It was a small square envelope at this size with the occupier and the address. So I thought I've opened it. Bit inquisitive, really. What's this going to be? And I've got to say, it did take me by surprise. This is the absolute truth. It was an invitation to a Zoom meeting held by the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, I bet you were thrilled.
Was it to be held in the language of heaven?
The Zooming. Right, Phil.
Nobody muted there. I don't know who John is, but okay.
Okay.
Right, I think, was it 3 weeks ago when I was last here? And I did the song about which happened to be Tesco and all that. So I feel a bit embarrassed doing another song about Tesco. So I have to really tell you that other supermarkets are available. Right. Okay. Right. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. And in this bag there was a fish, a rare fish, a battered fish, a fish in the bag and a bag in the alley, down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. And next to the fish there were some chips, some rare chips, some frozen chips, chips by the fish and the fish in the bag and the bag down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley, oh. And next to the chips there were some peas, some green peas, some mushy peas, peas by the chips and the chips by the fish, fish in the bag and the bag down in the alley, oh. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley. And next to the peas, a bottle of sauce, rare sauce, tomato sauce, sauce by the peas and the peas by the chips, chips by the fish, fish in the bag and the bag down in the alley. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley. Next to the sauce there was a can, a rare can, a lager can, can by the sauce and the sauce by the peas, peas by the chips and the chips by the fish, fish in the bag and the bag down in the alley. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley. Next to the can was a packet of baccy, rare baccy, happy baccy, and the baccy by the can and the can by the sauce, sauce by the peas and the peas by the chips, chips by the fish and the fish in the bag and the bag down in the alley. Oh no, a plastic bag, a bag down in the alley. Oh no, a Tesco bag, a bag down in the alley.
See, we've had another style of folk song there. That's the pseudo traddy style. That one, pseudo traddy, complete with glottal stops. The alley. I was very much enjoying those.
Right, we're down to the Waitrose people now.
Wait, John, have you forgotten Dave Eitch, or are you going to fit him in?
Yeah, well, is Dave okay to stop in the place where his box is?
How are you now, Dave? Are you able to stay with us? He's unmuting it. He's looking. Look at that concentration.
Yeah. Sorry, IT does not come easy to me. I'm so sorry to mess you about. But Daddy Taxi was required, I'm afraid. But I'm back now, so yeah.
Lovely.
Up to you. Don't feel you have to fit me in, but.
No, we'll keep you where your box is. So if you just follow the boxes along, you'll be after the gaffer.
There we are.
Gotcha.
If Gaffer gives you time, of course. He was brief in the first half. There's no saying what'll happen this time. I'll shut up now.
I shall look forward to it.
Right, Helen and Mike.
Shock horror. Helen was actually waiting outside Asda when they opened at 7 o'clock this morning.
Slamming again.
Okay, well, we've had... You wait weeks for a blue moon, and then two come along on the same evening. Our blue moon is the Kentucky one.
Goodbye.
It was on a moonlight night, the clouds were shining bright when they whispered from on high, your love has said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and said goodbye.
Oh! You got a yee-haw and an amen there.
We take anything.
We aspire to being mediocre.
You've a way to go yet, mate.
Cruel.
We'll keep working at it.
I see Carl gave Quicksave a mention. I don't think they get that down south, do they, Quicksave?
There used to be. There used to be. Summerfields, they took over Quicksave and then shut them down.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, as does our chief.
Leslie's asking to give Morrison's a shout.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was her maiden name, and I thought I was marrying a supermarket heiress. So that was a bloody disappointment, wasn't it?
Mike thought he was marrying a very rich Swiss girl. He was disappointed too.
Carol thought I had a bread factory, but she was wrong about that as well.
Right, where are we now? Oh,
Well, I used to make iron tablets.
When?
Right, here we go. I take it from the material that's produced in the club week after week that we all have a great allegiance to the 1960s. It's when we were young, of course. And it was salutary to note that on the 22nd of February, one of the great movers and shakers of the 1960s passed away, the poet Lawrence Ferlinghetti. In fact, if you're in San Francisco on the 24th of March, Ferlinghetti Day, they have a day there. And he produced a book of poetry, which is one of the best-selling books of poetry of the last century, called Coney Island of the Mind. And this is a poem taken from that book. I thought Natalia might be here. I'm going to attempt to wave this in front of the screen. It's a painting by Marc Chagall, and it's called The Equestrians. And it's a guy and a girl on a horse. And the poem by Ferlinghetti I'm going to read is a response to the poem. I've had my grandson here all day learning this poem. I don't know what he makes of it, but he knows about Lawrence Ferlinghetti and he knows about Marc Chagall. It's called Don't Let That Horse. Don't let that horse eat that violin, cried Chagall's mother. But he kept right on painting and became famous, and kept on painting the horse with violin in mouth. And when he finally finished it, he jumped up on the horse and rode away, waving the violin. And when, with a low bow, he gave it to the first naked nude he ran across, and there were no strings attached. Lawrence Ferlinghetti, he was the compere of one of the first gatherings, January the 14th, 1967, one of the gatherings of the tribes, and it kicked off the Summer of Love, San Francisco and Flowers in Your Hair. He's instrumental. Yeah, Lawrence Ferlinghetti. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was all before my time, all that stuff.
Pah!
You're either hippie or you weren't. You know, that's the way it goes.
Oh, yeah.
I know, because I was there.
Yeah.
Mark always got his whistle nice and warm.
I think I was there.
Yeah, that's better.
Where was I?
I don't know.
This is called Return from Helsinki.
You can never tell when he's going to finish, can you?
No.
It's not like a song where you know you're getting to the end. It just stops.
Let's just slow down.
Right, thanks, Mark. It's been great listening to you tonight. We've really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back next week. And we are down to Essex for Terry.
Yep. Thank you. I've run out of colours, I'm afraid, so I'll do this song for Brian because it kind of seems appropriate. I'm looking out at the stars tonight, across the western sky. The whole thing's moving at the speed of light. I don't know where or why. Maybe it's just a great escape. Heaven only knows. But they'll all be back tomorrow night. And for now, they have nowhere else to go. She never said she was done with this. She said, I'm gonna see it through. It doesn't matter what the people said. The doctors don't have a clue. You and me, we should head out east and maybe go to Mexico. But when she closed her eyes, I realized that from now she had nowhere else to go. I took a walk along the waterfront, looking out to sea, thinking about what a friend had said, something that she said to me. And I watched the waves come rolling in and falling on the rocks below. From far across the sea they came, but for now they have nowhere else to go. Might go down to Mexico, maybe head for Spain, spend some time in the Western Isles, or head on south again. But looking out at the sea and the stars, there's a woman I used to know. She's waited for me all these years, 'cause she knew nowhere else to go.
Stunning.
I'm lost for words here. I really am. I'm lost for words.
Here's a couple, John. Lucid and fluent and appropriate, wholly appropriate, lovely singing. Thank you, Terry.
Yes. I mean, Terry's been here a few weeks now, so the club rules dictate that I should be giving him stick and taking the piss with him.
You must do that. I need to be a fully enrolled member.
That was just, Oh, right. I can't say any more. Right, Brian, can you follow? Can you still talk, Brian?
Thanks very much for that one. Anyway, it's a great song. Anyway, this is one of my favourite comfort songs, and I'll invite you all to join me in the chorus at the end of the song. It's normally sung 18 times, but I'm only going to sing it 6 times, the chorus. And it's Hey Jude by Paul McCartney. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Joe, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her into your skin, then you begin to make it better. And any time you feel the pain, hey Jode, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders, for well you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Na 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 na. Hey Jode, hey Jode, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jode, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. And don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jode, you'll do. The movement you need is on your shoulder. Na 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 na. Hey Jode, hey Jode, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin, then you'll begin to make it better, 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 better. Wah! Unmute and join in. Na 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 na. Hey Joe.
Na na
Na
na na na na.
Hey Joe. Na na na. Hey you. Na 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 na. Hey you. Na 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 na. One more time.
No.
It doesn't work on Zoom, does it? All joining in. Oh, dear God. The time delay is amazing.
It's good fun, though.
Some of the buggers that come to Will normally, that's not out of time, you know. It's that's norm. Right. Oh, thank you, Brian. Gaffer.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Oh, I'm very, very wonderful. I'm going to enlist the assistance once more of Dewi and Gwerin. I greatly suspect I've been looking for this village because this song is supposed to have come from a small Welsh village. And I've been looking at the village. I haven't been able to find it. And, whoops, here he is. Hey! And I haven't been able to find out what it means in Welsh. I strongly suspect it doesn't mean anything in Welsh except from
Well, there's an elephant in the room.
Surely that's irrelevant. Yeah.
It's an irrelevant in the room. Yeah, well, I know what it is in English. I know what it spells in English. It spells trouble. There we go. So it's twist for a time tonguer, I suppose. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they were gone. I cope I know if 4 would go, and there were only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. 11 malevolent elephants stood standing on me drive. It's a fair old guess in an hour or less the media start to arrive. A film crew from the Wirral came to televise the sport. That's 11 malevolent elephants and some fellas from Ellesmere Port. 11 malevolent elephants might turn out to have been a bad dream. But to my surprise, when I opens me eyes, what does I espy? But 18, me 11 malevolent elephants had been joined by some others in blue. That's 11 malevolent elephants, now there's 7 from Everton too. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they were gone. I cope I know if 4 would go, and there was only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. Oh, I haven't got my spit filter on. 5 fellows from the Fiddle Club who finished fiddle classes. 4, some reason chose to draw their bows and belt them round their arses. After 11 malevolent elephants now, I find I'm faced with this. 11 malevolent elephants and 5 violent violinists. When 11 malevolent elephants start to dance and stamp their feet, you get telephoned by neighbours who complain that they can't sleep. So I called an elephant trainer, gave the neighbours chance to doze, while 11 malevolent elephants trot on 220 tiptoes. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they were gone. I cope I know there 4 would go, and there were only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. Well, 11 malevolent elephants, things soon go from bad to worse. All 11 malevolent elephants, they decided to reverse. They traipsed right through their pile of poo, and now I have the treat of 11 malevolent elephants featuring 44 feculent feet. Now 11 malevolent elephants hardly make for convenient pets, so I telephoned Port in Norwich to ask them to send us some vets. When they arrived, their strange disguise sent shivers down their tails. 5 vets from Vel in Helly in violet velvety veils. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they was gone. I hope I know there 4 would go, and there were only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. With 11 malevolent elephants, you resort to malevolent tricks. And I found a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. I ground 'em up to make 'em sneeze, but solves my problem isn't. They sneeze so hard, they blew in my yard 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn with 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't know which they work on, taking all 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants with them when they go. I hope I know if 4 would go, then there was only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven.
Oh, the big finish. You couldn't miss the big finish there, could you?
Oh, you got to have the big finish, haven't you? Oh,
Apart from that last note,
when they're that big, you can't get away with a small finish.
Apart from that last note, you were in C major.
That is one of the notes I occasionally sing.
In concert pitch C major, apart from that last note. God knows what that was in.
Right, with his daffodils, it's Dave.
Right. Yeah, apologies again for messing about this evening. Sorry about that. With Hank Williams, only one colour comes to mind, really. And to the river to watch the fish swim by. I went to the river, so lonesome I wanted to die. Oh Lord. I jumped in the river, but the doggone river was dry. Well, I had me a woman, but she couldn't be true. She made me for my money, then she made me blue. A man needs a woman that he can lean on, but my leaning post is just left and gone. And she's long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue. Well, she's long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue. Gonna find me a river, one as cold as ice. Going to that river, Lord, I'm gonna pay the price. Oh Lord, gonna jump in it 3 times, only gonna come up twice. You know I had me a woman, but she couldn't be true. Made me for my money, then she made me blue. Man needs a woman that he can lean on, but my leaning post just let him gone. And she's long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue. She's long gone, now I'm lonesome blue. Yeah, she's long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue.
Right, thanks very much, Dave.
Oh, lovely.
Great. Carl, you've got another or not? Just no, you've got a gob full of whatever you're
Nuts,
eating.
peanuts, I reckon.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full. Did your mother never teach you anything?
You see.
Right,
coffee
okay,
as well
we'll
now.
move down to Algeria.
Yes, welcome to Algeria. For those of you who are querying, it's basically a running joke with our Explorer Scouts. So we have Explorer Scout meeting before we come to Folk Club, which is why we join at 9 o'clock. So it's still there from that. Okay, our second little one, again we go on for colours. This one's a black one. In a neat little town they called Belfast, apprentice to a trade I was bound, and many's an hour sweet happiness that I spent in this neat little town. A sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, betrayed by the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll down Broadway, meaning not long for to stay, when and who should I meet but this pretty fair maid came a-traipsing along the highway. She was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan's, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid, and the gentleman passing us by, well, I knew she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. A gold watch he took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand, and the very first thing I said was, bad luck to the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury, next morning I had to appear, and the judge he said to me, young man, your case is proven clear. We'll give you 7 years servitude to be spent far away from the land, far away from your friends and companions, betrayed by the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band, tied up with a black velvet band.
Yeah.
Sorry, it doesn't count. Black is the total absence of colour. We just noticed that Sally has got a springer. The first duty of any dog is that it should be a springer. Oh, we miss ours. It's years since we lost our last one.
5 years.
Yeah, still miss them. Right, okay, Alan, you're going to round off the night. We're a bit late, but what the hell?
I'm going to finish off the night. I've got 3 colours. 3 colours in this song. One is blue, and you have to spot where it comes. Blue, as in blooming heather.
Oh.
You've got a gold.
Come on, Alan, bloody hell.
You've got gold, lassie, gold.
Oh.
Gold, yeah. And there's a debatable whether it's a colour, but I've heard of things like taupe, ladies' colours, I call them taupe.
Yeah.
I don't know what taupe is. I haven't a clue. And there's a colour called there's a colour called crystal. I've seen it. I've seen it written down. This also comes in crystal. And I think, well, that could be any colour, couldn't it? Anyway, there's blue, Ming Heather. There's gold, lassie, go. And there's crystal in this one. John, are you going to put a verse in this one? Should I have put a point?
Well, I don't. We've got a vicar in our midst.
You've got a filthy verse. She's a filthy vicar, though. Sally knows dirtier verses than you, I can assure you, John.
Okay, I'll stick an odd verse in.
Yeah, well, if I do 2 verses after the second chorus, then
Right.
I'll give you a nod.
Yes,
and I'll
because I can't
play.
count.
No, and then we'll try and rescue it towards the end.
What key are you doing it in?
You asked for F, you're getting F.
Right. You might not get F off me, I don't know.
F? Well, it's come down from G, so what a take.
Okay, get on with it, come on.
Song we haven't done for a long time. Please feel free to join in, but keep yourselves muted unless you want to screw the whole thing up. Thank you very much. Now the summer time is coming, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon clear crystal fountain, and on it I will place all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Go on, John.
If my true love she won't come, I would buy her a vibrator from Ann Summers' shop in Chester, so her pleasure would be greater.
Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she should leave, I would surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Ow! No, we haven't done that for.
No, that's a bit low for me, that key. That's a bit low.
Very good.
I was squeezing my volleys to get up there.
It's a bit low for a normal person, isn't it, Carl? That's a bit low.
Oh, and a hamburger.
You get the colours, blue.
Oh,
hang on.
They all stand for Uncle Herman. He's renowned throughout the nation for deworming German vermin. There you go, lassie, go.
Right, come on, we're winding it up now. Okay, thanks everyone for coming along, singing, playing, or just being there. It's we've had a really good night tonight, and we'll see you all next week. We'll still be here next week, and the week after, and the week
after.
Yeah,
we've got an echo. Right,
How do
everybody.
you do?
Okay, good night. We're off.
God bless.
I've got
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Nostar.